country, they obliged to leave their own country to go to abroad and to live sometime, even though sometimes that's get hard, but they do that. And the second part, well, there are many challenges. They oblige, like when you face that, you sometimes there are that we call language barrier, and if you didn't know anything and how to communicate in the language where where the language the country is spoken, that can be hard for you. And you can see something sometimes some people they are racist, and you will find a lot of racism, and that can be hard for you to get a new job, a better life, a good lifestyle. Because when you go abroad, like you immigrate in the country, it's like you scratch from 0 to 10. That's why sometimes that can hard for you. That is my point of view.
Okay,
Thank you.
good. So thank you and congratulations, our dear brother, Mr. Jerome. You did a really good job because you really share your point of view in an amazing way. I really appreciate and I really thank you. Congratulations, dear brother. Okay, guys, so we are so happy to have all of you connecting and listening from different countries, different part of the world. And we get opportunity to be live on Zoom and YouTube at the same time. For some of you guys, if you have problem, you can stay on Zoom. You can also keep watching and sharing your point of view as well on YouTube as well. So the topic that we are discussing, it's about immigration, and we have 12 questions. As I said, today we're gonna cover four, tomorrow the other four, and Sunday we're gonna go with the last four questions. So all of you, you get opportunity to say things about the question. So I just encourage you to raise your hand, you guys who are on Zoom, and if you are on YouTube as well, you get opportunity, you will receive the link and click on it. You can join us to get opportunity to say things right here. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a different person. It's going to be you, our dear Stevie. You get the microphone, open it, and try to say things about the question number one about immigration. I said, Miss Steffi, it seems that you're not ready. If you're not, we're gonna go with a different person. But if you are, you get the microphone. Just open it, dear one. Open
Okay, now I'm gonna open my mic. Sorry. Do you hear me?
really well, really well. We hear you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I'm grateful to be there tonight. I feel excited and delighted to be among you guys. And unfortunately, at the end of the comments, I couldn't listen all of you because I was out of electricity. But unfortunately, if I repeat some of the comment you already made, I'm so sorry because I didn't hear everything you said because I was out of the meeting. And thank you, Teacher Michael, for giving me the mic to share my thoughts and my point of view about the first question and the club. Like you said, I'm Saifi. I'm listening from the Dominican Republic, and I'm so glad to be among you guys. It really is a blissful day every time we have a moment to share together because we know we're going to learn something new with the comment we're going to make with each other. Okay, the first question is about why are some of the main reason why people immigrate to the countries. I think the main reason I can see them sometimes is a first. Sometimes people choose to immigrate, but sometimes you don't have other choice. Like somebody who's gonna fled the country because of violence or because they want to take his or her life or the family, they're gonna get harmed if they stay. They flee the country. Like that, you don't have choice. You have to flee if you want to survive. And sometimes they get asylum leave from the embassy and the nearest um where they are. Sometimes it's like that, but sometimes it's a try. You just choose to go somewhere you know you're gonna have a better life. Like we know a lot of people as Asian, we know that we immigrate from a lot of countries. Like me, I'm an immigrant. I already do two countries already as an immigrant. And We know sometimes when we go there, we want to seek a better life. One of them is to work. As human beings, we want to work to get some money, to bring things on the table for our family. Sometimes when we couldn't find work in our own country, it's difficult. We want to move somewhere, another way to get better opportunity or better job, another way to help ourselves and other people. And the second, like I said, is violence, insecurities, like in Haiti. We can have a lot of experiences as we're talking to person. They say if didn't have any insecurities in Haiti, they would not immigrate to United States. They will not immigrate to Canada. They will not immigrate to Dominican Republic. But because of the insecurity, they have to move away from their country. It's not only for us. I like people who's from Ukraine. They have to move from the country because of the war. Sometimes war also is one of the main reasons why people immigrate. And the last one I want to talk about is reunification familia. Sometimes there are people who are from 10, 5 years, and when they get the residency from the country they are in, and they try to get a family, to live in the same um, country as them, but as them is like immigrate too. I think this is the three reasons I want to mention why people do migrate. And the second part of the question is what are some challenges they face in a new country? There's a lot of challenges, like the other guys already talked about, and one of the last comment I hear is language barriers. I do I know what it feel when you cannot express yourself. When I used to live in the US, it's really painful when you want to go somewhere. Even sometimes the name, even your DOB, like mean the date of birth, the person know it and the mother tongue they talk, but they cannot express themselves to let the person know what the basic things they want to know. And the second thing I see people is facing when they move away is racism and familial problem. Sometimes the person will can support you for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months. But if you can like bring something in the house, sometimes get things getting sour. And sometimes, they throw people out. People just living on the street. They didn't know they're gonna face these challenges. And sometimes people, get betrayed. They say, you can come, I'm gonna receive you. But when you cross the border, when it's the immigration court, they call, they couldn't get through. There are a lot of people facing deportation sometimes because they stay in the street. They didn't think they're gonna do that. Sometimes you move abroad for a better life, but sometimes you get a lot of bad things happen in your life when you move in some country without any person to support you. That's really hard. I think this is one of the things I see with my own eyes. When you move and you don't have anybody to support you, the 5 months, the 6 months without a job, it's really tough to survive in a new country. You just immigrate. That's my point of view. Thank you, Teacher Michael, for giving me the mic.
Okay, good. So thank you, and thank you a million as well, our beautiful lady, Miss Stacey, because you had opportunity to say things about that topic we are discussing today, and you did it. I really appreciate it, and I really congratulate you not only for your English but also for your thoughts or experience as well, sharing with us tonight. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a different person. It's going to be now you um Miss Janika. Miss Janika, you get the microphone, please. Try open it and go with your comment. You get the microphone, Miss Janika, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Teacher Michael. My name is June. I am listening from Nassau, but I am Asian. I am a new student of Convrsation. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Well, in my opinion, for the question number one, I think many people immigrate to other countries for many reasons, like, for example, to find work, high wage, and better opportunities that are not available in their country, or to join family members who have already immigrated, especially young people who are seeking a fresh start or better opportunity. There are some challenges immigrate in a new country, like social, economic, and physical dimension, or language barrier, are certain service. That's my friend of you. Thank you, Teacher Michael, for the mic.
Yes, congratulations and awesome. I really appreciate that, Miss Jenica. You did a wonderful job, even though you're kind of like beginner. But I think you really did it. Thank you. And I really congratulate you. And you're a really good example for the other folks as well. Thank you and congratulations, dear one. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a different person. We're gonna go with a different person. It's going to be you, Mr. Emmanuel. You get the microphone, my brother. Just open it, my dear brother, and try to spread your words, please.
Hey, thank you, Teacher Michael. Good evening, everybody. I hope you're doing great. I myself, I am doing well. And it's always a pleasure for me to be here in a free environment to practice English. And today we are talking about a great subject. We are talking about immigration. About the first question, I just want to add something because people already said everything, but I'm going to try to say something. I want to add the first one is freedom. You know, sometimes people move for more freedom, freedom of the expression, religion, lifestyle, or personal choices. The second one is professional development. Skilled workers may immigrate to other countries when their skills are deemed or where they can grow with their careers. And the last one I want to add is adventure or new experiences. Some people simply want to explore, experience new cultures, or live a different life. And for some challenges, I want to get had a logo or documentation issues, and where visa application, resident permit, work permits, or immigration law can be complicated and stressful. And second of all, I can say financial pressure. Moving to a new country is expensive. Going transportation, food, all the costs may be higher than expected. And the last one I want to add is discrimination of prejudice. Some people face unfair treatment because of their accent, nationality, race, or culture. Thank you, Teacher Michael, for sharing, for giving this opportunity to share my.
Great. And thank you a million, dear brother, Mr. Emmanuel, for your comment about that beautiful question. Okay, guys, so don't forget we are talking about immigration. We are not expert in this area, but the purpose is to practice English. If you are here, you want to say things, what you have to do, raise your hand and you're gonna get the mic to say things about that topic we are discussing. And don't forget, guys, we're gonna have like 11 clubs like this we have today. I mean, today we get that one, tomorrow we're gonna get another one, and Sunday we're gonna get the last one for this weekend. So I encourage you share the link with friends and family, give them opportunity to say things about that topic we are discussing. Let's go, please. We're gonna go with a different person. It's going to be you, Mr. Claude. You get like some 2 minutes to say things about the topic. Say something about you, where you're listening from, and after that, share your comment, please, brother.
Hello, can you hear
Hello.
me?
Really well, sir.
Yeah, my name is Brody. So I'm living in Haiti. So it's a pleasure for me to be here with you and the group. So I don't have word to express my happiness because when you choose practice, so you do a beautiful things because English is not your mother's tongue, your father's tongue. You need to practice it every day. When you practice it, I think you're gonna be better. So, like I said to you, it's a pleasure to talk about this nice subject. What what are some of the main reason why people immigrate to other countries? Okay, for me, so there are a bunch of reasons people like immigrate to other countries. First of all, people like to immigrate to some other countries because they want to find a better job. They want to have higher salaries, and they they have when they immigrate to other countries, they I can say they can be more at ease because when you travel, you have more experience and a certain of thing like this. And about the challenges people can face in a new country, I can say that. So they always have problem to communicate very well. You get what I'm saying? And uh, and they have difficulty to find a good job or services, and because they are new in the country. And I think it's all that I could say about the subject. I don't have more things else to say. Okay?
Congratulations, my dear brother. You did a really good job, and I really appreciate your English as well. Because even though you're not in the US, but you get opportunity to use your capacity, like to learn English and to practice it as well. Thank you, and
Okay, no
congratulations,
problem.
my dear brother.
Thank you.
Good, good. Thank you as well. Okay, good. So now we're gonna keep moving. We have like three people left. Uh-huh. In that question. So raise your hand, people. I'm gonna give you the mic to say things. So now we're gonna go with a different brother. It's going to be Mr. Ta. Uh-huh. You get the mic. You have 2 minutes to make your comment, please. So open the microphone and say something about you, where you're listening from, and after that, share your thoughts about the question, please. Mr. Ta. Hello. Mr. Ta, you have to open the microphone, please. Mr. Ta, if you're not ready, we're gonna go with a different person. But if you are, you get the microphone.
Okay, hello.
Hello.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Teacher Mike. It's me, Taha. I'm listening from Uganda, Kampala.
Interesting.
Thank you for offering me this opportunity. Uh, and today you're having such a crucial topic title, which is about and it is vital to be discussed about the immigration. So immigration, it is something that phenomenal in our life since the lives happened, or since this world is being invented, or being since the people come in this life. So people immigrate in this life. Why do some people immigrate? The thing is that first they are immigrate because of the economical factor. So because they would like to have individual, or seeking for to have better job and opportunities in their life. So the second things that's supposed to be for them, they are searching for better life, to improve their quality of life in the place where they live. Sometimes should be the case of racism, as so many members have mentioned. Economical stability, even it is important for them. So with the economical stability, they would like to raise or to high the high wages, to have a good quality in their life, in order to be able to support themselves and sometimes their family. Not only, but also family, they could have extended family, or a small family, should be the reason of that. Sometimes it should be which means the war stability of an insecure stability in the countries, that which it led the people to travel, to leave their homes. And the challenge that they will face, those people, there are so many challenges, which you call it, we can name it under the cultural shock, language, food, and new environment, And I could say like even uh, communicating with others should be the one of the cultural shock. Political stability, according to the war and that stuff, even it is that makes the people to travel away and leave their countries. That's it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I really thank you and I really congratulate you, my dear brother, Mr. Tar from Uganda. I know it's a kind of far away and it's morning for you, but with English, we get opportunity to connect. And I really congratulate you, my dear brother. And I really big shout out to all of the other brothers who are listening from the African continent, especially Uganda, and also from Senegal as well, from Cote d'Ivoire, from Somali, and from all of the other countries in Africa as well. And we're so happy to have all of you, the other folks who get opportunity to be around. I mean, with Zoom and YouTube, we are kind of connecting from different parts of the world and from different continents. Okay, so we are going to keep on with the club that we are having. So I encourage you because we have to comment left. I'm sorry if you guys you want to say things, I'm gonna give you the mic. But I think otherwise we can keep moving with the question number two. Okay, so let's go, please. We're gonna keep moving with the question number two. The question number two, it's about the same topic, but now we're gonna go a little deeper about like the benefits of the country who are receiving the immigrants. So the question number two says, in what ways does immigration benefit a country? What do you guys have to say about that beautiful question? So let's go, please, Miss Neftali. We're gonna get 8 comments in that question. You guys be ready with your hand and try to share your thoughts. Miss Neftali, you get the microphone.
Yeah, thank you once again to Michael for giving me the mic. And yeah, I can say immigration benefit a country in a good or in a bad way. For example, in a good way, that can increase the economy of that country or that the country that is receiving the immigrants that can help them a lot. For example, they can pay below the minimum wage with those immigrants, especially if they don't really have the legal papers that the country requires for someone to live legally. So some boss can pay some immigrant below the minimum wage, and also they can find people easier to do some jobs that the native in this country will not do. For example, some many immigrants that when they travel they just want to help them to help their family. They have a dream, they have some project, and they will do anything possible to achieve. So if in the country they was not able um to find the way to achieve this kind of growth in another country, they just need to work a little bit more, work some irreasonable shifts just to find more money to achieve the goal. So they are going to do it, and in that kind of way, the country itself is benefit has that benefit from the immigrant who is deeply desperate to achieve the goal. So they can increase their economy in that way. But in a bad way, it is when the immigration is being something like excessive. There is so much immigrant and no very there is no very high demand. For example, they have more immigrants than job in that country, so that can be a little bit difficult because that country, instead of increasing its economy, the country can be like, okay, it's losing money because the country has so many people on it. It's like a saturation in some way. But I think immigrant most of the time benefit in a really good way with that country because things that immigrants is going to do most of the time native speaker is not willing to do it. That's my point.
Thank you and congratulations, my dear Neftali. You did a really good job, especially sharing your thoughts that way about that question. Thank you a million. And you, the other folks, if you would like to say things about that question, raise your hand and you are going to get the mic. So now, another person, another brother, you, Mr. Jerome, please.
Okay. Okay. The question said, what ways does immigration benefit a country? Sometimes the immigration benefit the country. Like I'm a little bit confused. Can you explain me?
Okay, good.
Hello?
So, yes, but we are talking like about like the country who are receiving the immigrants. So, in
Okay.
what way that is a good thing for that country? Uh-huh.
Okay, okay. Sometimes it can be a good thing for the country, like, and some immigrants, like, there are a lot of countries, and like, I can say the benefits, like the weight of like the products, and it's because of the immigrants, they help the country, they to develop like gardens, animals, a lot of things. And because there are some immigrants, they come for a better life. They do any type of jobs they find. They don't have complexity, and they do all the things they find to do, and that can help the country to come a better country, a developed country, a country who have good things, and the people who are living in the country too can find different type of products to benefit and to help and the country become a good country. That is my point of view.
Interesting. Interesting. And congratulations, our
Uh,
dear brother, Mr.
thank,
Mr. Jawab. Mhm.
thank you.
Yeah. So, and about you, the other guys, what do you have to say? Especially those of you in a foreign country and you guys who are in your home country as well. You get opportunity to say things about that topic. So let's go, please. We're gonna go with Mr. Peterson. You get the microphone, dear brother. Just open the mic and let's go, please.
Thank you back. Mhm. And I'm not going to say a lot about that. What I have to say when it comes to migration, don't forget it's about immigrant, which means that people will move out, and we have immigrant people who move in. Uh, the question is about the benefit for a country. But I could tell about benefits for both countries because that could boost the economy. Okay, it's about like social economic thing, uh, exchange, society, culture. It's about labor, a lot of things. But I think that when it comes to migration, both countries can have benefit of it. And that's all I have to say about. And thanks a lot.
Yes, congratulations, my dear brother, Mr. Peterson, for your beautiful comment. And about you, dear guys, what do you have to say about that question? You, Mr. Let me see. Yeah, Mr. Steve, please. You get the microphone.
Well, hello guys. One more time, I'm giving the opportunity to talk about the second question. The second question says, in what ways does immigration benefit a country? But I would say like a country would never let you get into their lane. just like that. Like they gotta get something out of it. But I would say like the benefit of that would be all about money increasement. So like when you get into their country, you gotta make sure, they gotta make sure that they get something out of you, which is money. And like just like in a way for the country to develop better. And also too, to get you in their country to for them to have a lot of professionals. Let's say I'm Haitian and was like I was a lawyer when I was in Haiti. So as soon as I get to the country, they're gonna have me refine my science to, to improve their countries, like in a better way. So it's all about money, though. It's all about money and social as well, because some people that left their country, they go to another country, they make this country develop in many, many ways. Money, that's the primary thing, social part as well. And well, I don't have like a lot of words to say about it because one thing that's taken to my mind is the money. So thank you.
So thank you a million,
So
my dear brother, for sharing. And about you, the other guys, do you want to say something about that that question, Mister Emmanuel, please, my dear brother, you get the microphone.
Okay, thank you, Michael, for the second opportunity. Do you hear me?
Really well.
Okay, the first thing I want to mention is economic growth. Immigrants contribute to the economy by working, paying taxes, starting business, where they help increase productivity and create new jobs. Uh, the other one I want to mention is innovation and entrepreneurship, because immigrants often bring new ideas, skills, and perspective. Many successful companies all over the world were found by immigrants. And another thing I want to mention is cultural diversity. Immigrant enriches a country culture like food, music, language, tradition. This makes society more often vibrant and creative. And the last one I want to mention is global connections. Immigrant create international links that makes trade, tourism, cultural exchange easier. This is my point of view.
Congratulations and awesome. I really appreciate your point of view, my dear brother, Mr. Emmanuel. So now we're gonna go with a different pattern. And don't forget, guys, we are talking about immigration. As I said, we are not expert about this topic, but we are just here to practice English. If you guys wanna say things, don't hesitate, just raise your hand and I'm gonna give you the mic to say things about that topic. And don't forget, we live on Zoom and YouTube. At the same time, you can also share the link with friends and family, give them opportunity to be around, and we're gonna be here not only tonight but tomorrow and Sunday as well. So now we're gonna go with that brother, you Mr. Ta from Uganda. You get the microphone, please open it and try to say things about the question number two. Hello.
Yes, okay. For the second question, which is what is the what ways does immigrants benefit the country? Actually, the ways that the immigrants benefit the country, they helps the economical to increase in the country they already travel to, and brings diversity skills from different countries where immigrant comes to that country, and that's so amazing, helps other countries. That's all the point that I have.
Interesting and amazing. It's so short and so clear as well. Thank you, my dear brother. And about you, the other guys, do you have thing to say about that question as well? And I really congratulate you, especially Miss Neftali, for opening your camera because I know it requires a lot of effort. but you did it. Uh-huh. You used to do it as well. I know. I know. But I really congratulate you. Thank you a million. Uh-huh. And about you, the other guys, do you want to say things about that question related to immigration? The question number two. Uh-huh. If you don't really have things to say, it's okay. We're gonna keep on with the other question, which is going to be the question number three. The question number three. For example, I was like scrolling on Facebook and also TikTok as well because I use the social media a lot. And I saw a young lady. She was in the US. She made that decision to go back to Haiti to join her I don't know her husband or boyfriend, I know. Do you understand? It's a kind of like sacrifice. And I know there are other people that we don't want to mention names. They do that. So the question number three related to immigration. The question says, would you agree that most people or most immigrants are unhappy short after making their decision to leave their home country? What do you guys have to say? And I'm so sorry if you guys have problem with must. We can say a lot or we can say some. It's up to you. But you folks, you get opportunity to open your mouth and try to elaborate about that question. So we're gonna go with you, please. Miss Neftali, you get the microphone. Try to say things about it, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jamaica, once again for giving me the mic. And I think I might give a very personal answer as I am an immigrant. So first of all, I apologize if I say something that you the other guys, you are not agree 100%. And I truly believe that after making the decision to immigrate to another country, most of immigrants at the very beginning they are unhappy. Short after making the decision to leave their home, their country, they are unhappy because, for example, I remember when I decided to leave my home country, I had 19 years old, and 19 years old living in an area, living with some people. It is not like 90 days, it's not like um 19 months. It's like 19 years, and I can say we have a root. We have somewhere that we all come from, and whatever what is happening in that area, if you decide to move to a better life. For example, me personally, the area that I was living in my own country that was not safe, and I run for my life. So when I first started living in another place with new people, even though they were very kind, I cannot lie, they were very, very kind. But when I look at the past, I just think about uh things that I live in my country, people that I used to share with. It's just sad, it's something that we have inside that is reminding you who we really are. And that is not something that, okay, money or better life or better position can just delay it. That is not, that it cannot be delayed because we were born in a place that we can call is our root. And everything that we are going to do in our life, that is the history that is going to portray us, to remind us every single day. This is the person that we really are. So even though the area that I'm going to be living is going to be more safe than the area that I was living before, that is my home country, that is my place, my hometown, that's not something that could be compared. And at the very beginning, most of immigrants, they are unhappy because they miss something. They miss like a part of ourselves. I've read in a book that the author wrote, when I decided to leave my country, I just leave my past behind. And it can be something very sad because, we, for example, I remember when I first immigrated, I used to see people with, I mean, young people with the parent being very good, and I was just thinking about, I wish I could have my mother near to me. I wish I could give her. I would never be with my mom if I got opportunity to see her again, because I don't have this opportunity, and that is not something that a better life can just help me to forget. No, I cannot. And also, when I remember things that I have lived in my school in Haiti, for example, sometimes we miss our country and we are trying to explain something that is not from there, that trying to explain someone that is not from there what we used to live in our country, and that person is just not understanding what we are trying to say. But if that person was living in that country, that person would have understand, and we can have a very good moment. But unfortunately, that is just something impossible. So that's why I say change is, as human being, we are designed to adapt in every situation. But changes, we just don't like it. We don't like to change. And when we decide to make some changes, we just still miss the past. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I would like to add.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of sad because that question is a kind of really deep. You guys, you can try to see it in different angles as well. Because sometimes they know we are trying to flee from violence. Where am I going to be unhappy? Maybe you're not in that situation to get that feeling. Do you understand? To feel homesick. And you can just feel we get like two ladies. For example, we are talking about like Adol, the young one who was in the United States and go back to Haiti, and we can think about the young lady as well in the Dominican Republic. It's like the Sofwa, maybe that name. I don't know if it's really that name. You can just imagine about the parents now, that decision making to go over there, a young, beautiful lady. So you can think about many things and try to see the question in your own angle. But now we're gonna go with that lady, our beautiful one, Miss Rebecca. Maybe you are unhappy. You get the microphone. Say things, please.
Yeah. Um. Hello, everybody. I am
Hello.
happy to be here this night, and we talk
Mhm.
about a subject really interesting. At this moment, I am an immigrant, so I can talk about experiences. So not just say something I don't really know, but I face this situation every day. When I was leaving my country, at a moment we can say I'm happy because it is so bad. I'm going to have new opportunity. So in a new country, a making new experience, but when you still in the real situation, oh my god, it's so bad. So every day uh, I just live with this feeling. I still unhappy. I leave my family, my all day, all life, and my activities. So now I'm just trying to be alive. So it's really hard when you leave your country and to start, as Miss Neftali said, I want to live with my mom. It's the first time I left my family and live without my family. It's so hard. So it's not easy. It's not easy if you face in this situation. I talk with experience, so
Mhm.
it's really sad, really hard. Thank you,
Mhm.
teacher, to give me this opportunity. So you know.
Mhm. I know, I know. Congratulations, our dear one. I know that you're happy sharing your thoughts, but yeah, the feeling, I know the experience as well. It's kind of really tough, guys, especially you guys who are living. that experience. So now let's go please with a different brother, and you guys keep raising your hand, and you're gonna get the mic to say things about that question. So now it's going to be you, our dear brother, Mr. Jerome. You get the microphone, please. You get the mic, Mr. Jerome, please.
Okay, can you share the screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay. Yeah. So
Okay.
the question number three says, would you agree that most people or some immigrants are unhappy short after making the decision to leave their own country? Elaborate.
Yes, because sometimes there are some immigrants and there is something that we call entertainment, and they see some people are making show off in the country. They said, I would like to go in this country too because I will be rich, I will make a lot of money, but they don't know the reality. And when they face the reality, they see it was not good things. It was show off. And sometime when you leave your relatives, you go on your own, you rely on your own, you have no one you can count on. Like everything it's count on, it's on you. You have to make your own decision, and sometime you have your family and you told them and you will leave the country to go to work and to find a better job to help them to make a living. But when you get there, is not the reality, is not true. And at the time, you will be stressful. You will have a lot of stress and you will feel so low, like because you are facing the reality. And at that time, you cannot be happy because and sometimes when some immigrants are doing a great job in their own countries, they leave their own countries to go to live in other country to find a high job. But when they the job, they said, I didn't think that if I knew that would be happen like this, I would prefer to stay in my country because I got paid more money here. And like you see in the United States, there are some people they left Haiti when they went to United States. They are obliged to come because they cannot support the situation. They don't understand that it's not fair because there are a lot of stress and there are problems. They cannot find the job they expect to find, and make them that gives them a lot of trouble, and they like fish out of water.
Mhm.
I agree with that. That is my point of view.
Congratulations, dear brother, Mr. Jerome, for showing. So now, let's go, please. You, our dear one, Mr. Tawa, Ta, I'm sorry, you get the microphone. Try to say things, please, about that question.
Okay, actually, I do agree with the question. For example, from the first impression, when a person comes in order to make his decision, he will decide and he will man up his mind and he will take his first step to go and to leave his country. So after he left his country and he went there, he, maybe he before he leave his country, he was managing something in his mind, assisting something. When he go there, he can achieve it. But actually, after he reached there, things change. Not in it, things are changing suddenly, not
Mm,
as well as in the way that he wanted.
mm,
So the challenge that we have talked in a previous point, now he is facing here, cultural shock, many things over here. So they will tell you, if I knew that they regret, they will come and regret if I knew that I would not come because of this, of this, of this, and I cannot be able.
mm,
But in case of to return back, because there are some problems that he faced in his country, maybe the domestic violence of the should be domestic violence, war, and bad situation back in his country, then he can try just to adapt to the situation in the new country that he joined. So in case of that, he will handle and keep going, go through all the impediments and break all the obstacles sooner rather than later, and the situation would be familiar to him, and we will stay. I think, but I am sorry for those. That's my
Mm-hmm.
point.
Mm-hmm. Great. Congratulations, our dear brother. And we're really happy that you get experience and sharing as well your thoughts about that beautiful question. So thank you. And thank you, Amelia. And about you, the other guys, what do you have to say? Because, each of us, we get our own experience or experiences. Do you understand? We see things around us, especially us, we get our own as well. So that question, it's about immigration. I encourage you guys, if you want to say things, raise your hand. Let's go, please, Miss Fatima. You get the mic. And after that, I'm going to go with different people. Miss Fatima, you get the microphone. Open it.
Good evening, everyone, especially your teacher, Michael. My name is Fatima Ali. I am one of the students. It's a really nice pleasure for me to talk about this subject because I am one of the I am one of the person immigrant in the earth. So thank you so much, teacher, for this subject. Yeah,
Mm.
about the question, I think many immigrants feel unhappy shortly after leaving their home country, mainly because the transition is difficult. They miss their families, struggle with the language, and face new challenges like finding work or understanding a new culture. However, these unhappy is usually temporary as they adapt, build new relationships, and gain stability, most immigrants begin to feel more comfortable and satisfied with their decisions. So thank you so much.
Thank you as well. And congratulations, my dear one, Miss Fatima, for sharing your point of view about that question. So, and about you, dear guys, what do you have to say? Let me go with that person. It's going to be you, Miss. Okay, Mr. Steve, please. You get the mic.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, really well, sir.
Okay. So, can you please share your screen so I can see the question? Okay. Thank you. Would you agree that most immigrants are unhappy short after making their decision to leave their home country? I've never experienced like bad situation like that before. Um, but I heard a lot of people talk about their bad things that they went through after leaving their home country. But I will be talking about a few things that I know from the other folks about that. Especially for those who live in the state. Um, like for right now, it's very complicated. Like it's ludicrous right now. And I would say they unhappy because of the stress, like the monthly payment, and they don't have enough funds to make ends meet. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you can just wake up in the morning, you actually think about what you're gonna eat. You think about how you're gonna get dressed. You think about how you're gonna pay your car notes. You think about how you're gonna pay your rent. One thing about that situation as well, if you don't pay your rent on time or your car is going to be repossessed. They're gonna take your car. And also too, if you fail on the mortgage, they're gonna get you evicted. You know what I'm saying? Like you're just gonna get out of the house and so leave it for the government. That's like a lot of bad things, and also people be humiliated by some people. Like sometimes before you actually leave your country to go to another country, if it's not your mother, your brother, your sister, if it's like your cousin or your aunt, like your aunt and your uncle, it's not like the same how your mother would have treated you. It's gonna be way different. Like At first, they might say, "Hey, come here with no problem. I'm gonna treat you right." Before you know it, after spending like 2 weeks with them, the bills gets skyrocketed, and also like the water that you using, the electricity, the TV that's been turned on every day, they gonna like startle you. You know what I mean? And then they just gonna be like, hey, if you can't help out on those basic bills, you gotta get out of here. And mind you, you don't have nothing to survive. You ain't got nothing in your hand to go out there to get some money. So what you gonna be doing? You just gonna get like sleeping in like the car, the street, like under the bridge. That's like ridiculous. Sometimes people is unhappy because of the change, but one thing for sure, change has never been easy. Changes is very hard, but you gotta know like certain way to manage it. So
Mm,
that's what I wanted to say about it. And thank you very much. That's a very beautiful topic, which I really
mhm.
appreciate. Thank you.
Great. Congratulations, my dear brother. You did a really good job as well. I really appreciate the way that you took your time and share your point of view about that topic. Because the question is a kind of deep, people. It's not only English. Because before open your mouth, you gotta think and you say, yo, come on, man, it's a really deep question. It's a really deep question. And I know I have experience, and you guys, maybe you get their own as well. For example, something, there are some people, some folks, we raised with these guys. Do you understand? We used to be together, spending good time together. We are really good friends. Like eating marinara sauce together. Some really basic stuff. We used to have fun. I would absolutely like basic stuff. But unfortunately, moving, go to other part of the world. Those people, they don't text you, they don't call you because they don't want to bother you. Because they say, yo, you my friend, I'm gonna ask you for something. And you don't text them, you don't call them because you cannot really help them after or short period of time or maybe some months, years, what happened? You've lost everything. This precious moment, this precious people. You've lost everything. You guys, you get your own thing to say. I'm trying like to motivate to see the way I can guide you. But let me go with Miss Neji, our beautiful one, Miss Neji. You get the mic. After Neji, we're gonna go with Mr. Emmanuel, Mr. Ify, and you the other folks keep raising your hand. Let's go, please, Miss Neji.
Yeah, good morning. All right, good evening, teacher.
No.
Excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Nadish, and as teacher Michael said, somebody call me Neji. I'm connected from Dominican Republic and Santo Domingo Este. And I'm a one of Comrade English courses student. I'm excited to be with you tonight, guys, to give my thoughts about the beautiful topic. The question for says, would you agree that most immigrants are you not be sure of the making their decision leave their home country? Yeah, for me personally, I say yes. I strongly agree that most immigrants feel unhappy shortly after making the decision to leave their own country. As a Haitian, I experienced this personally. Leaving my country wasn't easy. I had to say goodbye to my mother, my close friend, and even the small activities I used to to do that brought me and come and gave me a sense of independence. When I first arrived in the country, in the new country, everything felt strange for me. The language barrier was one of the biggest challenges, making it difficult to communicate and get help when I needed. I remember being in emergency and unable to explain myself clearly at the hospital because there was no interpreter. That made me feel helpless and every emotion. Also, adapting to a new culture, finding a job, and building new relationship is a long, stressful process. At the beginning, I felt isolated and even questioning if I made the right decision. I miss the comfort of home, the love of my family, and the simple thing that made me happy and happy.
Mm.
Even though I come looking for a better future, the emotional cost was high. That's why I believe many immigrants feel unhappy at first. Not because they don't want a better life, but because the sacrifices that make us so heavy emotionally, financially, and socially. Thank you,
Mm.
Teacher Michael, for giving me the mic.
Okay, good. So thank you, our beautiful lady, Miss Niji. You did a really good job. I really appreciate and I really congratulate you because you have your own experience as well. Okay, so now let's go, please. It's going to be another person. You, Mr. Emmanuel, you get the mic. Open it and let's go with you.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Michael, for the other opportunity that you gave me. But I'm not an immigrant because I'm Asian. I still live in Haiti, but I got some friend of mine and family members. They are living in other country. They face with some bad situation and sometimes the regret, especially Biden program. I know some people they sell everything to go abroad, but unfortunately when they arrive at the United States of America, they cannot get the job for many reasons that we already talking about some language barrier because if you want to get a job, you have to speak English. And other thing, it's they are facing up with the climate because the climate that they're in is different from other climate, especially in the USA. When you get on November or December, it's like we feel freezing, and some of them they want to back, and some of them already back in Haiti. But it's so sad, and sometimes like other people they said we leave some friends, family members, especially like the husband, wife, children. But at the end, they have to choose what they have to do in that situation. Uh, it's easier for single person because they don't have much family. I'm talking about children, husband or wife. But for the others, it's more complicated. But sometimes the regret from others, they transform the inconvenient into advantages like to learn the language and to learn new skills. And they try as well to adapt because we all live in a country. I'm talking about Haiti. The situation is really tough. We got a security problem. It's difficult to get a good job. You can get the job, but it's not easy to help your family financially. But we have to get some quality like persistence in order to keep moving forward. But if you're back in AD, sometimes things can be worse for you, but you still do it. Means most of them they regret the decision. This is my point of view, teacher.
Mm-hmm. Really deep, really deep. Yeah, your answer, my dear brother. Thank you and congratulations. And about you, Miss Steffi, what do you have to say about that deep question? You get the microphone, open it, and try to spread your words, please.
Thank you for give me the mic also to explain. to share my thoughts about the question. I think I really like the question because it says, why do they agree that most immigrants are unhappy short after leaving the decision, their home country? But it's like most, like one of the comments said at the beginning, I was listening to, sometimes depending on the environment you go to. I remember there is a guy who comes to the Biden program, who goes to the Biden program to the US. He says he has everything. He will not go back. Even though for the Trump administration do the 4 years looking for people even on the street, he will not go back because he has support. The family, his family gonna support him for the 4 years because he can say that because he's in a great environment. He's welcome well. The way people treat him, even though there will be situations who gonna make him unhappy. But if it was for illegal problem, illegal issue or for maltreatment by the us, he will not be unhappy. But sometimes why the most people being unhappy when they immigrate from other countries because the reality, what they people make them think is not the thing they see when they get there. Sometimes people make think they think things is is good, everything is fine, there is no problem. But when they got there, they face into many challenges they didn't even know they will face that sometimes makes them unhappy. And sometimes it's because of stress and uncertainty sometimes. Because I remember when you fill an application, they say after English, which other languages do you speak? When you don't even speak, somebody else try to help you fill the application and they ask you after English, which other languages you speak. You already know you will not get the job even though you fill the application because you're not speaking, the language the country speaks. Sometimes you because of stress and uncertainty, people feel unhappy. And loss and grief, like we some of the comment mentioned, you leave friends behind, family behind. Sometimes even though you don't have any money, like we used to live in Haiti, you know, with one or two brother like around, you speak, you give joke, you laugh, you forget all the problems. But when you move to another country, you are in new territory, you are alone. You feel not like a sense of belonging because you're not around people you love you, or people who know you. People gonna know when you're good or not. When you're bad, they're gonna have to comfort you. Who you're alone, you have to grieve alone. You don't have people. Sometimes you can call somebody, this person is not available because he doesn't have the same schedule as you. Because you can work in the morning, this person work in the afternoon. And sometimes you can call someone in Haiti, but there is no internet, there is no connection, but you feel lost. That can make you feel unhappy. And sometimes because of food, we don't have Asian, we have our own culture. When you move somewhere else, you want to get some marinade, some grill, and sometimes you move around, there is nowhere to find this kind of stuff. It was, oh my God, I remember my country. I miss my country. Because I want to eat a grill. I want to eat something that you want to eat it, but you cannot find it anywhere. Even you want to try to make it, but the ingredient they have in this country is that the same. It is the same feeling. But that sometimes, I do remember that. Me, I move around and sometimes I say, oh my God, if I can fly over right now, I'm gonna get. That's also the culture sometimes make you, feel unhappy. But one of the things is the idealist expectation. Because sometimes people say, if you come here, you're gonna find better job. Is that when you come? This is one of the comment I want to make in the question number two. I didn't have the opportunity. It's as immigrant, the job, the people from this country who have paper and what to do. When you come to this country, all this job is coming to you. And sometimes you can be someone, really important in your country. People value you. You have a lot of, expectation. And they even look at your CV, like they call resume, and they said the only position available is the janitor position. The only position we have is the dishwasher position. That make you feel unhappy. I remember there is a lady I know. She used to work at a host institution in Haiti, higher place. She cried every day for 6 months. Every time she gonna go to work, she cries. She said, "Oh, thank you, my the people, the gangster on my country. Because if it wasn't for you, I will come here to visit. I will never come here to stay." This is why I tell our first comment. There is people who choose to go to speak about their life. There is people whose situations force them to leave. But these people will be the most people will be unhappy because they didn't want to leave. But situation, force them to leave. But this kind of person, because of emotional damage, and sometimes they get, because of this situation, they get like depression, anxiety. Because when you're facing depression and anxiety, there is no way you won't be unhappy. Because emotionally and mentally, you feel not happy. If you cannot feel happy emotionally and mentally, how can you be happy? Because of that situation, there's a lot of things happening that make people unhappy. And sometimes the money, even though you make the money, you see the money, and the money just go. You just see it. Sometimes you even get the money. Somebody can ask you for help. You have the money, but you cannot touch it because the rent is coming back. You cannot touch it because you have to pay the electricity. You cannot touch it because this is why, like I really like about the unhappiness, some people try to stay unhappy because they don't fix goal to moving forward. I say, okay, I will be unhappy for 1 or 2 years because I'm gonna try to do something to go to um not staying in the unhappiness. Because if you're gonna see paycheck by paycheck, you will still unhappy because you still not have money. You're gonna have depression. You have difficulty to pay your bill. But if you reach the goal, you say, I'm gonna learn something. I pay as a janitor. I They pay me $14 an hour. I'm gonna try to moving forward. I remember I have an example right here on the earth. The person used to work as an adjutant, like they call she a helper. But after 1 or 2 years, he's worked as a fireman. He gives people jobs. You know what I mean? He choose not to stay unhappy because he tried to moving forward. He go to school, he learn some other skill, in the same field. And after right now, he can, dispatch job everywhere. You can have 4 to 3 people, group of people working for him, and you have to pay them on Saturday. But at first, it was him who get paid on Saturday. But right now, he choose to pay somebody else because he tried to organize his life another way to keep moving forward. This is the stay on happiness. It's try to you choose to stay, and some people choose to move forward. This is why in the United States, you go to school, even you learn something new, you find a job in your field, you will not get paid $15 an hour. They're gonna pay you, but the value you have right now. This is why I like some of the country. You can be unhappy at first. Some people choose to stay unhappy because they people for 20 years, 25 years working on the same job. They don't change. They don't do. They still, paycheck by paycheck. They still unhappy because they in 2010, you come here, you $10, $12 an hour. In 2025, it's the same amount. You will still be unhappy because the cost of life is high skyrocketed. That the guy said that before. But if you go to school, you learn something, you got paid $25. It's not good, but it's better than 12 or $13 before. Understand? I think this is my point of view about this question. Thank you, and sorry for being so long.
No, no, it's okay. Our beautiful lady. You really did it. I really congratulate you because, I was expecting you to get the mic and to say things about that question. So I really think and I really congratulate all of you guys who sacrifice your time, sacrifice yourself as well, your time because I know today it's Friday. You spend the whole week busy working. You're kind of exhausted. I can imagine the feeling. But you guys, you're here today. I really congratulate you. So don't forget tomorrow the club it's going to be the same time, the same link. Don't wait for the link, people. You can use the same link and share it with your friends and with your family as well because tomorrow we're gonna keep on with the other four questions, and Sunday the last four questions. So now let's go, please. We're gonna go with the question number four related to immigration. And guys, try to be short if it's possible about the question number four. The question number four, guys, says, why do you think some people have a negative view of immigration? And how can young people today be prepared for a world with more migration? Again, I'm gonna talk about the young lady who who has been like assassinated in the Dominican Republic, according to what I heard from the news. They say like young people like her killed her. So the part B of the question maybe can help, and the first part as well can help you guys. Why do you think some people hate immigrants? And how can young people today be prepared for a world with more migration? So I encourage you guys to share the link with friends and family. And we're gonna go with the question number four in 2 minutes. Okay, so let's please, and you can share the link as I said, and after that, we're gonna keep on with the question number four.
Connaissance, c'est celle bagay yo pa jam ka apren nan men yo, même si yo ta depote yo. Apren anglais tande, ou a sonje mte pale yo? My name is Steffi from Comwad Language Courses. Nan Comwad Language Courses, nou itilize pi bon méthode ki se méthode conversation. Nou pa focus sur word grammatical. Sa ki pi important pour nous c'est écoute, compréhension et puis parler. Ça attend pour commencer. Nouvelle session, c'est moi ça. Pour encourager famille ou amis pour yo apprendre parler anglais tout. Pour plus d'informations, contactez nos numéros ça.
Life in America is beautiful, but it's more beautiful when you speak English well. I'm Yolanda from Commonwealth Language Courses. Commonwealth Language Courses, c'est une école online qui apprend à parler anglais. Il fait live sur Zoom, ça qui veut dire qu'on apprend à parler langue anglais à n'importe côté dans le monde là. So, soit besoin, c'est un appareil qui a Internet. Par exemple, un téléphone, une tablette, ou bien un laptop, qui sont aptes pour commencer. Nouveau session, c'est moi ça. Ou capable d'écrire un numéro ça, qu'on soit besoin toute information que vous avez besoin. N'attend nous tout.
Okay, my people, we are going to keep on. As you saw in the video, the new session it's going to be this coming Monday and also January 5th as well. Donc, nouvelle session a commencé lundi qui est venu, 1er décembre. Et puis, on a une session tout mois décembre. Et on a une l'autre nouvelle session encore, 5 janvier. Okay, let's go, please, people. Who want to say something about that question? Raise your hand, and I'm going to give you the mic, please, to say things about the it's crazy about the question. The question says, why do you think some people have a negative point of view of immigration? And how can young people today be prepared for a world with more migration? My dear brother, Mr. Peterson, you get the microphone, please. Mr. Peterson.
And thank you for that. And I could tell you there are a variety of complex factors. That could be economy, cultural, and security threats. And it could be about the rule of law. Okay. When I talk about economic concern, that could be job competition, wages. That could be strained public services, fiscal impact. And to answer the second question, I think young people, could take advantage of that. Which means that they have to develop educational skill development before moving out. But the first thing you have to be sure about is to speak the language and to know something about professional. Okay, once you get all these things, you take advantage of the country you are move out. And this is my point of view. And I thank you so much. And I think it's my, My last word about tonight, and thanks a lot. But I'm waiting for tomorrow to say much more about the next topics. And
Great,
thanks a lot.
great, brother. Great. I really
Enjoy the
thank you.
night.
I really congratulate you and be prepared and be ready for tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, guys. So we are about to go. We are about to go. We have only one question left. The last question. If you guys want to say something, raise your hand. I'm gonna give you the mic because we would like to go. Because I know you would like to get up early tomorrow just to keep on with your weekend. Mr. Emmanuel, you get the microphone. Let's go with you really quick.
Okay, thank you, Teacher Michael. And according to my understanding, I think it's the way people treat immigrants, especially I'm talking about some president like the president before the president of the United States of America, the way they treat immigrants, and that changed the point of view. Especially, it was a personal decision. I did my passport and my family passport agent in order to leave the country because the situation in the country was really bad. But when I see the way they treat immigrants, I wanna stay in my home country to do things in order to support my family, in order to get enough to survive. Because it's not a good thing if you go in a country maybe to find a better life and they treat you like that. But then within it was a personal decision. I prefer to sell my home country, try to read more to get another mindset about building business and to be financial free in the future because there are some folks in Haiti, they get enough to survive. If they can get those things, but I say to myself right now for me, because like Mr. Brian Tracy says, if I do what other successful people do, but I'm gonna have the same result. For that reason, I make that decision to read every single day. This is the first thing if someone wants to be financially free, you have to do because every successful people read. But this is one of the most important things I have to do. I read every day in order to get another mindset if I can get financial. This is the main reason, but sometimes we are facing up with some security problem. But in my how we are, I don't want to say my area is sound and safe, but it's a kind of good I can live because we look at violence, we look at gangsters, but I see how can I deal, and I think that decision I prefer to stay in my home country because I don't really like the way, especially the two presidents that I'm talking about. I don't like the way they treat immigrants, especially Asian people. This is my point of view, teacher.
Mm-hmm. Great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our dear one, my dear brother, Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Ify, you get the microphone, please. I said, Steffi, you get the
Yes,
mic.
yes. Sorry, but if you not give me the permission to open my mic, I can't. I've been called because of the connection problem.
Okay,
Yes,
we
thank
got
you
it.
for the last opportunity. Um, you gave me to share my thoughts about inspiration. Can you just share the screen with me again, please, the Michael, because I was
Yes.
having an issue with
Uh-huh.
my phone, other phone.
It's okay. Uh-huh.
Yes, like I think some people have a negative view of immigration because of the way some countries treat immigrants, and sometimes because of people listen to experience from other people, maybe online, maybe friends or family, because what they have heard about the way the treatment they receive when they go there. Some people say, okay, I can just go as a tourist for a while, but I will never migrate, to another country. And sometimes because of the government of this country, the way they talk about people, make people want to move from the country to other country. I remember I was talking to a friend of mine. He said even though he get killed, maybe he will not move an inch to another country because he has heard, he have been heard about the way people treat immigrants. He say, "Mm-mm. I don't want to. One of the biggest example and we had is the country near ours is like Dominican Republic. This is why me, I take the resolution to not going online to watching story, another way to not being hateful other people. When you watch some stories, you being hateful, things can happen. You can find some of them in situation you don't know. Even it's not the same person. You do the stuff, but because you're being the hatred is too much, you just don't want to give a happy hand. I just choose. This is my choice to not being listening. This is today I in the chapter 4. One of the title I really like, feed your mind with positive energy. If you
Mhm.
feed your mind, you say don't think about stay longer and newspaper on listening nonsense stuff. To feed your mind with with garbage. You have to feed your mind with good stuff. And this is one thing I try to do. Another way to not being negative. But I have been living in other country. I know it's stressful. It's not good at all. And when you don't have anybody to defend you, it's become worse. If someone
Mhm.
know, if you have a child in the house and you give him pawpaw everywhere, even on the head, people on the street will not treat the same person well because you're gonna say even in your house they don't want you. How do you want me to treat you well? Because of the situation we have, especially as Asian in our country, they know if they give something and say if you do something I'm gonna go back, they know you won't go back because you're afraid maybe you're gonna get killed by your own people because these people don't like each other. This is what they think. Because things getting hard day by day in your country, they can treat you, all the way they want. And this is one of the things who's happening for our community. Is because they know you cannot go back somewhere where you're supposed to be going. But unfortunately, they mistaken. I know there's a lot of people you choose to go back because our country is not only consequence of the country. Like Mr. Mana say, cigar is okay. We have okay is okay. But because the country is not getting well, people, sometimes is being seeing you unwell, and that push people to now want to go back. Not even in the United States. I remember like 2 days ago, I was talking to a friend of mine who just moved from United States to Canada. She was being discriminated because she was black. There was two of them was at the work. They fired both of them because they were black. Just that. Why did I do my job well? Yes, you did. But we choose to not working with you. Why? We don't want this kind of people like you here. You can imagine that. I know the friend of mine say is she cried a lot because she say I have a good job in my country. If it wasn't for security, I will move anywhere. I would stay. She said I was get paid 3,000 a month. I got my own house, my own car, a lot of fuel, you know, and I do more stuff than I do here. And you get humiliated just that because of the country. But this negative experience, when they share with the other people, that can, push them. Oh, if it's like that, I don't move. I would stay. I would rather be being free, give my freedom right here than go somewhere else to being in prison. Because like here in the earth, it's a kind of prison. But I
Mhm.
want to go somewhere because they don't give you access to get the paper. You have the money. A lot of people say, even in the US, in right here, we want to be legal. I know people who spend $3,000 in asylum process. They want to have something. They spend the money. Sometimes you have the money, but people don't want to helping you out. This is so sad. This is why sometimes people don't want to, can say, okay, I'll stay. I'll stay where I'm now. I'm good. I won't move away. I can just go if I got a visa to visit. But no, if it's like that, I won't move. I won't move. I think this is what the main reason is the treatment. The treatment people receive is not only Asian, it's not only Asian people. But as immigrant, you know what it feel like. You are an immigrant to Jamaica. You can see what that feel like to being, Sometimes you feel rejected. And the people say, I don't want to be rejected. I'm gonna stay where I'm now. But how can people today be prepared for more migrant? I mean, there is no way. There will be more migrant because there is one of the stuff we didn't talk about why people migrate is environment changes. There are people who move away for climate change. We never know what's gonna be in 5 or 10 years. There be somewhere in the world we not being like people cannot be living in because it'll be too hot. Like I know in Texas and the United States, there's some people who cannot stay in the summer in some cities because it's so hot. They cannot, survive if they stay there. They have to move away. That's meaning the same thing can happening in whatever anywhere in the world. Like it's gonna push you to migrate from other countries. But I think there will be more people because things getting hard day by day, economically, politically, things still getting hard. We can be sure there will be more migration in the days ahead. Thank you, Teacher Mike.
Okay, good. So thank you very much, our beautiful Steffi. Because while you were talking, I really paid attention listening to you because you open not only your mouth but your heart as well to really talk about that subject. I really love it. I really congratulate you and I really love your hard work as well. I thank you and I really congratulate you. You did a really good job. And I really thank all of you guys because you did a really good job tonight. You participated in the club that we had. It was so sweet having you sharing thoughts about that beautiful topic about immigration, even though sometimes it's sad in some comments, guys, to talk about it, especially uh-huh, for your experiences. So I know you guys, you would like to say something maybe in Creole, maybe in French, maybe in Spanish. You can say it. You can say it. I'm going to give you opportunity to say something, but it's going to be on YouTube because we have to go because of the time. We have to go. But you can keep watching on YouTube. I encourage each of you guys try to leave a comment. It can be in Creole. It's not a problem if it is long. It can be in Creole, it can be in Spanish, it can be in French. And I really congratulate all of you, especially Mr. Taha. I know that you're listening from Uganda and it's morning for you. Tomorrow at the same time, we're gonna get the topic. Today it was 2 hours. Tomorrow it's going to be 3 hours. So, guys, we're gonna review those questions that we had tonight, and also we're gonna keep on with the other 4 questions about the same topic. Okay, we have to go, guys. It was a really nice pleasure to get all of you. So, moi encouragez nous, nous capable aller sur YouTube, quitter un commentaire, go to YouTube and leave a comment, please. You can say the way that you saw the clip tonight, how much you loved it, and your suggestion for the next one. Nous capable quitter sur YouTube, bien commenter, comment nous trouver club là, qui ça nous te remet, et qui suggestion pour prochain club. Yo. That's all for tonight. Have a good night, my people. See you tomorrow, the same time, the same link, and you can invite your friends and family as well. Have a good night, everybody. Bye bye.
Se sel bagay yo pa jan ka apren nan men yo, même si yo ta depote yo. Apren anglais tade, wa sonje mte pale yo. My name is Steffi from Comwad Language Courses. Nan Comwad Language Courses, nou itilize pi bon méthode ki se méthode conversation. Nou pa focus sur wek grammatical. Sa ki pi important pour nous c'est écoute, compréhension et puis parler. Ça attend pour commencer. Nouvelle session, c'est moi ça. Pour encourager famille ou amis pour apprendre à parler anglais tout. Pour plus d'informations, contactez nos numéros ça.
Life in America is beautiful, but it's more beautiful when you speak English well. I'm Yolanda from Comwad Language Courses. Comwad Language Courses, c'est une école online qui apprend à parler anglais. Il fait live sur Zoom, ça qui veut dire qu'on apprend à parler langue anglais à n'importe côté dans le monde là. So, soit besoin, c'est un appareil qui a Internet. Par exemple, un téléphone, une tablette, ou bien un laptop, qui sont aptes pour commencer. Nouveau session, c'est moi ça. Ou capable d'écrire un numéro ça, qu'on soit besoin toute information que vous besoin. N'attend nous tout.
Connaissance, c'est celle bagay yo pa jan ka apren nan men yo, même si yo ta depote yo. Apren anglais tade, wa sonje mte pale yo. My name is Steffi from Comwad Language Courses. Nan Comwad Language Courses, nou itilize pi bon méthode ki se méthode conversation. Nou pa focus sur wek grammatical. Sa ki pi important pour nous c'est écoute, compréhension et puis parler. Ça attend pour commencer. Nouvelle session, c'est moi ça. Pour encourager famille ou amis pour apprendre à parler anglais tout. Pour plus d'informations, contactez nos numéros ça.
Life in America is beautiful, but it's more beautiful when you speak English well. I'm Yolanda from Commonwealth Language Courses. Commonwealth Language Courses, c'est une école online qui apprend nous parler anglais. Il fait live sur Zoom, ça qui veut dire qu'on apprend à parler langue anglais à n'importe côté dans le monde là. So, soit besoin, c'est un appareil qui a Internet. Par exemple, un téléphone, une tablette ou bien un laptop qui soit obtenu pour commencer. Nouveau session, c'est moi ça. Ou capable d'écrire un numéro ça, qu'on soit besoin de toute information que vous avez besoin. N'attendons nous tout.